Good afternoon, kiddos. 'Tis I, the Frenchiest Fry, and today is a blessed holiday. It's Friday the 13th, which to many people is like, oh no, that's bad luck day. But au contraire, my friends, I bring you an alternative. Black Cat Day. And the star of the show, a black cat, Loki. He doesn't want anything to do with it. Which is fine. Um, Sorry, my chair is broken. It's been broken for a long time, and I insist on using it anyway because I just don't have an alternative. Uh, Whining aside, happy Black Cat Day. And I can't really wrap my head around the idea that people are still superstitious about black cats because, like, I mean, you saw him. He's so cute and sweet, and he's been sleeping on my bed with me, and it's just been so snuggly and nice. Like, I can't imagine he's bringing me bad luck when he's just so cute. He's expensive, but, that's not bad luck. That's just poor decision making. Oh, but I mean, like, you gotta get your cats the nice, like, the good kibble, the good stuff, because you gotta take care of them. It's part of why I don't want kids. I would take the responsibility really seriously, and it would just stress me out constantly, always. Well, on top of the fact that there are just too many things about children that do not mesh well with my personality or lifestyle. So, avoidance. Also, I just do not want any part of the reproduction process. It's just not my thing. So, no chitters. No chitters, just cats. Black cats. But yeah, no, honestly, ever since Loki came into my life, I felt like my luck went on an upswing rather than a downswing. So, like, good luck. Anyway, I don't think I've checked in since the candle post or vlog, which I've been burning through them. Not that fast, just because I got such huge, good candles, but I did already burn the ones that looked like rose quartz. They were decent. I tried to burn the sparkly ones with the butterflies, and they just would not do it. They did not want to burn. They were just not very well made candles. So yeah, I still have four on my altar waiting to burn. That's right there. I have one beside my bed, that real thick, like sage green and cream colored one. Um, I burnt through the other like cream colored candle pillar. So, okay, yeah, maybe I am getting through them faster than I thought, but like I like candles. It's pretty and warm and they make me happy. And given how things have been going for me, I need the happy. Well, things were going better. I shouldn't say that. Um I had that week where I was just not in a good place, but since then I've been okay. It's sometimes that happens. Yeah, but yeah, lately I've just kind of been waiting to go to work, but that's still going to be another week at least. I have to wait to hear back from them as to scheduling, which isn't my favorite thing to do. I would much rather have this over and done with, um, or at least decided. Uh, blanking. Yeah, no, and then obviously I've been trying to do more with the Sims videos, which has been a little tough because I keep sleeping in kind of late. And I need like a solid hour to record a Sims video, which is probably daunting to watch because I just don't edit them. That's just how I am. I don't really. I didn't have good software for it, and I still don't. And honestly, I don't know how I'd edit them to make them more entertaining, honestly. But I'm also the kind of person who will watch like stream playbacks. So I'm like, oh, this appeals to the that kind of person. Only I don't have a chat to talk to because I don't have an audience that I think would watch me stream. Because I've seen the general recommendation is to like build up an audience, then get a Twitch. But it is what it is. Um, there he is, the star of the show. Speaking of, for anybody who recognized that line, delivered in the way that I did, I am indeed a fan of Starkid Productions. I do so enjoy their um, productions. Specifically, my favorite Starkid shows are The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, The Trail to Oregon, and Holy Musical Batman. Those are my top three favorites. Um, I feel like just because everybody's very seems to have very strong feelings about Black Friday, this is gonna get me like, well, I'm not popular to get hate mail or anything. So anyway, um, I just didn't like Black Friday that much. Um, what I mean is I liked, the humor and the plot. That was all fine and good, but I just didn't like the music that much. And I just see a lot of comments surrounding Black Friday being like, "Oh my God, this is their best musical yet. The music is the best yet." And I'm like, "Is it though?" I mean, it was good, but it wasn't great. I just not my favorite, but that's, personal opinion. You're allowed to have those. In fact, it's not really a point of being allowed to, it's just going to happen. People have opinions. But yeah, so Black Friday's not my favorite, but I watched it last night because today is the premiere of Nerdy Prudes Must Die, and I am tremendously excited. I've been waiting like almost a year for this one, and it's their first musical since Black Friday that they've been able to perform. Nightmare Time was a lot of fun though. I would have liked to see more Nightmare Time. I do like it. It's favorite episode would be yeah, Perky's Buds and Abstinence Camp. That's my favorite episode. Especially because the song Virginity Rocks just has no right being as good as it is. And it took me back to my days um, with the church that I attended as a chitter. Um, they had their own little, it wasn't an abstinence camp, like they never said anything about premarital sex or anything. They just kind of, it was a retreat, like lots of churches do for their youths. They take them out and do a bunch of church games and exercises and prayer and all that jazz. See, I'm so used to everybody being Christian that, like, if I were explaining this to a non-Christian, I'd be like, "Don't, but surely you know what I'm talking about." No, they don't. So this might sound really wild to some people, but yeah, no, they took their utes. In our case, they took us to the Poconos in Pennsylvania. That's kind of mountainous, kind of wilderness. You know, we'd sleep in cabins or tents and on the floor and shit. Um, yeah, no, one year I was in a cabin, but in another year I was. Sorry, I just made eye contact with Loki and he stuck his tongue out at me. It was very cute. Oh dear. Um, but no, one year I was in the kind of like the main building where we did like there was like improv games and shit. However that relates to God, I don't know. Maybe they were just bored. Just trying to have fun. Good, clean fun. Which, I can't fault them for because it actually was fun. I made an ass of myself because I have no improv skills, but it was fun. Um, yeah, actually those are some of my most like I look back and I'm like, oh, God, why? Why did I do that? Why can't I just erase this memory from my head? But at the same time, it's like, I did it. I was like 12 tops. I wanted attention and I didn't know how to be funny. You know, like a 12-year-old. But yeah, no, we were in the main building and I slept on the floor in there with a bunch of other kids. Um but yeah, no, that's what abstinence camp reminded me of was our trips to the Poconos and I'm like they really did just kind of capture that Christian good clean fun camping trip feeling. Oh, it was a sensation. But, since it's also a murder, yeah, since it's a horror comedy series, it's also fun. Well, on the plus side, it's not gory, really, because, it's either stage performances or mostly just kind of recorded like I am now, because they did it via Zoom. Um, Although I think in the latter half, they kind of did pre-recorded, so then someone could hitch them together and then they could stream them on Zoom. You could probably confirm or deny this if you looked it up. I didn't. I'm just kind of pinballing. Pinballing? I don't know. Words. But yeah, no, that's my thing for today. I'm enjoying Black Cat Day and waiting for Nerdy Prudes Must Die. Very excited. Um, and as a nerdy prude, I can't wait to see why I must die. I already know I read the synopsis on Wikipedia because I was just tremendously excited. So I already know what it's about and what I'm getting into. I just you visually get to see the deliveries and the details because you get a plot synopsis, but you don't get the play-by-play and the vocabulary. No, the script, the dialogue. So it's just I'm very excited. um, so that's what I'm going to be doing later. Um, in about 20 minutes, I have to go get my niece, though. I don't think I'll be. Ooh, Jesus, I'm sorry. I don't think I'll be talking for another 20 minutes. I'm not sure. Um, Loki gave me this look like you better not be. What do you know? You're a cat. You're licking your own ass. Like, you can't judge me. um, but yeah, my next step is going to be getting on Mystic Mothership's Facebook page and putting together a Friday the 13th Black Cat Day post there because I figured, oh, I could probably push some merch with black cats on it, which isn't much. I feel like I don't have much in the way of black cats, but I should probably make some more. A part of me keeps going, well, I should make more merch, I should make something new. And then I'm also like, but I've already got like 30 designs on there. But it doesn't hurt to make more. I guess. I don't know. To me, it's like, am I overcrowding this site, or am I not? Is there not enough variety? I don't know. So, um, at any rate, I do think I should make some more neutral designs, and specifically, like, not just a character and blank space designs. I feel like I should have, like, a full picture, like a whole artist work. But I'm intimidated, I can't deny, because most of my art for the past, like, 10 years has pretty much just been characters floating in negative space. So I'm going to be pushing myself out of my artistic comfort zone for this, which is good. Um, it's good if I can pull it off successfully. And honestly, it's good even if I don't, because I'm not obligated to post my failures, which is for the best. Um, but yeah, so um, especially after my familiars failure, I tried to do a witch familiar series, like witches and familiars, but I don't know, there was something about it that I just, when I was drawing it, I was just going, this isn't right. I don't like it. I'm not doing well. I'm not enjoying this. And while the end products were decent, like, they weren't bad art, I will say, I just kind of sat there looking at them going, I'm sure I can do better than this. Like, this really isn't my best work. I was also doing the witches and the familiars separate, with the familiars holding the witches, like, main tool or their best tool. But now I'm starting to wonder maybe I should draw them together. Draw the witch and their familiar, like maybe working magic together. Um, so that's something to think about. But then again, well, what do I do for backgrounds? I haven't drawn backgrounds in ages, and I hate to do it because it's just, eh, I don't know. I'm having trouble thinking about it, and honestly, I might need help with it. Um, Reliable help. Because unfortunately, some of the other artists in my life, I can't really feel like I can reach out to because they're either too busy to do art, which, that's not their fault, or they aren't too busy, they just never do it. They just cannot be relied on. Uh, and I guess it's no use, like, vague blogging about it because, like, nobody I know watches my videos. Um, or at least nobody I know in my, like, face-to-face life watches my videos. So I can't rely on my mom. Like, my mom is a very good artist, and I would love her help. But she's just terribly unreliable. She's a lot of, oh, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this, I have plans, blah, 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 talk, 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 and then nothing. It's all just talk. It's all talk with mom. And it drives me crazy. So if you guys ever hear me complaining about my mom or saying that I have mommy issues, it's not unjustified. In the same breath, I do love her. She's my mother. I love her to death, but she frustrates me a lot. And I think I told her that I wouldn't go on my vlog and just bitch about how much my family annoys me, but like, I miss living by myself. I lived by myself in Reading a few years ago, and it's the worst part is, even though it was Reading, which really isn't a city you want to live in, nowadays anyway, I heard it was really nice before I was born. Um, which makes it sound like my birth ruined it, but I wasn't born in Reading. Um, but no, when I moved in as an adult, I was always uncomfortable. Like, I was always worried that I was going to get roaches or the house was going to burn down or the building that my apartment was in was going to burn down because it was a row home, which is what I grew up in. Because I lived in Reading as a child too, and we did get roaches, and that's just one of those things that has been just burned into my brain for the rest of my life. And like, I hope no one even tries to prank me with fake roaches because, like, no, that's not nice. That's not one of those things that I can joke about. Um, or at least be pranked about. I think I can joke about it, just like don't surprise me with it. It's not a good time. Um, but yeah, no, there when I lived in Reading, it was anytime I saw a bug I couldn't immediately recognize, was vaguely brown and seemed to have long antenna, I had to get close and examine it. Like I had to jump up and see, is it a roach? And if it flew, I was safe. 'Cause I don't think we have flying roaches in Pennsylvania. Don't quote me on that. I have no idea. And I don't want to have an idea. But yeah, no, so I was always paranoid about roaches and fire because well, that was another thing I witnessed. Our house didn't burn down when I was little, but one of our family friends did accidentally burn their house. So, and since we were in a row home, if your neighbors get roaches, you get roaches. That's how we got roaches. But, if you live in a row home, you're at the mercy of what your neighbors get. So if your neighbors get fire, there's an extraordinarily sad chance that you get fire. And since it was just me and Loki, I was always just like, no, I can't be home or I can't be at work while there's an emergency because I need to be there for my cat. I need to be there. So it's just like, despite, and actually, there was somebody shot on the other street, and I saw some people running away from it from my apartment window. So, yeah, no, Reading is not the kind of place you want to live, but lately, I've kind of been like rose tinting it in my head because I saw a couple of pictures, mostly of Loki, but I'd see my apartment floor and it was all linoleum. It was just black linoleum, and I was just like, that was so much easier to take care of. Like, I just had to sweep and mop like once a week, and it wasn't carpet, and there was only me and Loki. And I was just, in my head, I keep rose tinting it and just not glamorizing, but like, I miss it. Like, but I have to admit to myself, I don't miss Reading. I miss public transportation that was easy to get to and use because I can't drive. I don't know how to drive a car, and no one has the time or willingness to teach me. And we don't exactly have the money for me to go get lessons. So it's just, I'm stuck. And it's a good thing I'm a homebody because most of the time I don't mind, but like, it's really frustrating when you want to go out and you can't because no one can take you or no one wants to take you and you're just stuck. But yeah, so I miss public transportation even though I used to bitch about it back in Reading, so I was just like, oh, I have to go and I have to get ready at least half an hour in advance because then I have to make sure I catch this bus, and then if I don't, like the bus schedules and shit. Now I'm like, I would gladly take that back. I'm just frustrated by living with other people right now, and I want to live alone. And fuck, everywhere should have public transportation, like good, reliable public transportation, because this world is not pedestrian friendly, and that's, well, I say this world, modern United States is not pedestrian friendly, and that's total bullshit. Like, it's not just me who's in a situation where they can't drive and need slash want to go places. It's just bullshit. Um, but yeah, I've been missing living alone. I was definitely growing out of my studio apartment though. Like I need like a good proper one bedroom nowadays. Uh, I'm gonna stop myself there before I start crying on camera just because of how badly I miss it. Oh, I'm gonna try to recover that positive attitude I started the video with it. It's Black Cat Day. It's Friday the 13th. It's nerdy prudes must die. Um. Oh. Oh, Loki. What are we gonna do, buddy? He has such faith in me. He just gave me this look like, I don't know, you're the human. Oh dear. Why do I feel like a lot of my vlogs end up with me just like complaining about something in my life? I don't like that. I don't like that I'm doing that. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that it keeps happening. I know I have the power to change it, but like I also don't really have the time to re-record this. Ugh. Either way, um, next week I'm gonna have more time in the day where I can record uninterrupted and not eavesdropped on, which is my greatest concern about trying to record in the evenings. Is my niece is home and I feel like she's gonna just try to listen to what I'm doing because she's 9 and nosy as fuck. Um, which, checks out. She only has 9 years of experience in this world. But also, I just don't want her listening to me. So that's why I tend to be weird about recording. But yeah, no, next week I will be, since I have to wake up to get her on the bus because my mom's going on vacation. Um, so I will be in charge of getting her on the bus. That means I'll be awake in the morning, so can get myself to do more recordings in the daytime. And I think I kind of want to do more Sims recording. I know, like I started out as a vlog, so like there's probably early subscribers that are like, what's with all the gaming content? I'm just doing what I want. But yeah, so I think I might try to do some Sims next week. I don't know if I'll post them every day. We'll see what I feel like doing. I've just kind of accepted that this YouTube channel is kind of it's kind of devolved. I started out with, a schedule in mind and like topics and stuff, but like it's kind of just evolved into whatever's going to work with the schedule and events that are happening in my life. events and moods and attitudes and stuff. So it's just kind of gone a little willy-nilly, and I feel a little bad because I feel like I kept trying to promise schedules and stuff, but that wasn't wise of me to try to promise, I don't think. 'Cause it's yeah, like I said, it's all just kind of gone a little crazy. But excuse me. I'll do my best. And a part of me wants to be like, oh, I'm gonna try to keep a more positive face, but like, I don't know. It's just it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Um, Granted, I'm going to definitely try to keep myself from like crying and mewling and just whining about my life, but I'm also, I don't know, I feel like just presenting a positive face is, it doesn't sit right with me. So, anyway, I hope you all have a lovely Black Friday. I mean, I hope you have a lovely Black Friday, but we're thinking a little far ahead. Um, I hope you have a lovely Friday the 13th. Um, if you have a black cat in your life, show them extra love. Um, if you don't, look up some pictures of black cats. They're gorgeous creatures. And they're so freaking hard to photograph. Anyway, I hope you all have a lovely day and a beautiful weekend. Bye.